Okay, so Tenerife today on the launch of Kawasaki's new Versys 1000. Yeah, we've just done some street riding. We've come up into the mountains and we're on our way up to a volcano right now. So quite interesting. We've been riding this bike on a number of different types of roads, all very twisty in their nature. And yeah, the bike's been quite impressive. Let you know more at the end of the day. But here to tell us a bit more about the bike is Karim, who's the European press officer for Kawasaki. So Karim, if you could just tell us a few details about the bike.
Well, let's start at the front here. Everybody immediately recognizes the design. It's very similar to the current Versys, deliberately so, to create a Versys family feel. Apart from that, we have a new front fork. It's more or less like the big piston front fork that we have in the Ninja ZX6 and ZX10R. However, it's from a different manufacturer. This is a KYB front fork, so it isn't called a big piston fork. However, it contains a bigger piston for more composed road holding action. Secondary valves in the internals as well to make the direction switching between rebound and compression a lot smoother. Normally you have a kind of delay because you have only one valve system. We have now two, a control valve added, so this makes fork action smoother. I think you've felt this actually riding the bike here on the bumpy roads in the mountains. Secondly, engine. We all know this engine from the Z1000. We've retuned it for the Z1000 SX, but we've actually changed internals to make it suitable for this bike. So camshaft profiles have been changed, inlet valves, combustion chamber has been changed, compression ratio, all to match this new engine for the new chassis and the overall bike character.
So what's new, you said about the chassis as well, so what have you done to the chassis?
Chassis, well, this part actually has become slightly less stiff, so the rigidity balance has been changed for optimum flex in the frame. So this part has become slightly less stiff. We have reinforced parts in the head, in the steering head here, made it less steep, so it's more neutral at higher speeds. You can't see it really here, but you can see this part. Reinforcement brackets have been made to make the chassis stiffer in this respect, all to match the longer stroke suspension compared to the Z1000. So we wanted to maintain the sporty riding characteristics, so really sporty riding was still possible with long stroke suspension. So actually I think you've already had a little bit of an idea how it performs. And
definitely. So you changed the rear subframe as well, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a lot more sturdy than from the Versys, the current Versys 650, because this can cope with a lot of extra luggage. As you can see, it's fitted with panniers, top case. You can fit your girlfriend in the back. It's a really comfy seat. That's the next thing I want to mention. So payload capacity is 220 kilograms, so you can take a passenger and a load of luggage as well. Seats. Well, you've been riding now for maybe 1.5 hours, so it's too early to say anything about the comfort. We have a remote preload adjuster here, makes it really easy to adapt the bike for riding with or without luggage and a passenger. But I've forgotten about all the important technology, so we have Kawasaki traction control, 3rd generation. It's a combination of what we have on the current ZX10R and what we have on the 1400 GTR Tourer. This means we have combined the best aspects of both a big tourer bike and a supersport bike. And the first two modes that you have here for Kawasaki traction control is aimed at maximum traction. So you'll still be able to perform wheelies, it's all about maximum traction. Third mode is more for safety and for slippery road conditions, rain, etc. Apart from that, you can switch the power mode from full mode to low, and low means 75% approximately of total horsepower will be available. Flatter torque curve makes the bike and the engine easier to control.
And you can mix and match those, can't you? So you can have 75% with mode 2 on traction, and so you choose your way.
So the safest option would be low power mode combined with traction control mode 3.
Yeah, which can also be turned off, can't it? Fully.
Traction control can be turned off. ABS can't.
Yeah. And ABS is going to come as standard on all of these bikes, isn't it? Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for that.
No problem.
That's great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Have a good trip.
Yeah.